Today, in vampire stories, we will see the vampire pirate. Centuries ago, in the darkest reaches of the ocean, sailed a legendary ship known as the Night Shadow, captained by the enigmatic vampire pirate, Lord Darkblood. This sinister vessel was feared across all known seas. Legend has it that Lord Darkblood, once a noble mortal, was cursed by an ancient vampiric sorceress who coveted his wealth and power. The curse transformed the nobleman into an immortal being of the night, thirsty for blood. But instead of accepting his fate with resignation, he decided to embrace the darkness and become the terror of the oceans. If you liked the video, subscribe and like it so you can help me create more content like this. The Nightshade was no ordinary ship. Its black sails were made from the silk of the giant spiders that inhabited the deepest caves of the Lost Islands. The ship's planks were carved with arcane inscriptions that protected the crew from the sun's rays. Each sail carried a spell that allowed the ship to glide silently over the waters, invisible to mortal eyes. The crew was made up of vampires, enchanted sea creatures, and damned mortals who joined the captain in search of riches and revenge. Among them stood out Isabella, a vampire with piercing eyes and dark hair, who had sworn eternal loyalty to Lord Darkblood after he freed her from the chains of her mortal past. Legend has it that the Nightshade hunted on moonless nights, emerging from the darkness like a sea specter. Their cannons fired shadow balls that tore apart enemy ships with supernatural precision. Lord Darkblood not only plundered treasure, but also fed on the blood of unfortunate captured sailors. His sinister laughter echoed on the waves as the souls of his victims were trapped in a stormy marine purgatory. The legend of the Nightshade spread across the seas, and many pirates and sailors feared sailing at night. The cursed ship was said to appear out of nowhere, emerging from the shadows as a final judgment on those who dared defy it. Harbor taverns whispered stories of missing crewmen, sunken ships, and terrifying encounters with the undead crew of the Nightshade. As the years passed, the legend of Lord Darkblood and his Nightshade grew, becoming a story told in whispers on stormy nights. Some brave adventurers sought out the cursed ship, eager to claim the treasure said to be hidden in the hold, but few returned to tell the tale. The Nightshade continued its reign of terror on the seas, its legend persisting as a grim reminder that, even in the vastness of the ocean, darkness could lurk. On a starless night, the Nightshade glided silently through the waters in search of its next prey. The black sails billowed with an eerie whisper as the undead crew readied their cannons and sharpened their blades. Lord Darkblood, from the deck, scanned the horizon with his vampiric eyes, thirsty for the blood he knew would flow that night. Suddenly, out of the darkness, a helpless merchant ship emerged, oblivious to the fate that awaited it. The Nightshade swooped down like a specter, enveloping the ship in a tide of shadows. Cannons boomed, and shadow balls tore apart the enemy vessel in a burst of flame and splinters. Desperate screams mixed with Lord Darkblood's merciless laughter as his crew boarded the shipwreck, seeking to loot the smoldering remains. Violence broke out on the deck of the invading ship. Swords gleamed in the darkness, and enchanted sea creatures emerged from the depths to drag enemy sailors to a watery fate. The vampire Isabella, with her supernatural grace, danced among the enemies, her fangs thirsting for the life essence of those who dared to challenge the vampire captain. Lord Darkblood descended from his throne on the deck, his eyes flashing with infernal intensity. He lunged at the captain of the destroyed ship, his fangs piercing mortal flesh as he absorbed the life essence of his victim. Blood dripped down his chin as he stared impassively at the carnage his crew was carrying out. The legends of terror multiplied with each encounter of the Night Shadow. Some said that those who were captured by the vampire pirate were condemned to an even worse fate, becoming undead members of his crew, destined to forever plunder and terrorize under the cloak of the curse. The fame of Lord Darkblood and his bloodthirsty crew reached the ears of vampire hunters and brave sea warriors. Many attempted to end the nightmare of the Nightshade, but none were successful. The legend continued to grow, fueled by the violence unleashed on the seas by this vampire pirate and his cursed ship, the Nightshade. I hope you liked this story. Soon more.